learn how to make shoes with my step-by-step video courses. I'm Sveta Kletina, and this is a new episode of our Shoemaking Podcast. I am a creator of shoemaking courses online and Shoemaker. And today we're gonna talk about tools. There are a lot of different shoemaking tools, but you actually don't need to have all these tools to start making your shoes. And for beginners, I advise to start with minimum set of shoemaking tools. Later, step by step, when you will get more experience, you can use all other more intricate shoemaking tools. Okay, so don't think that you need to have all the possible shoemaking tools. Today I will show you what is the minimum set of tools that you need to have to get started making your shoes. All these tools I also have in my tools kit that comes together with Shoemaker program. Let's start from the knives. There are a lot of different knives with different shapes, like this one or like this, and all of them suits for certain purpose. For example, like this knife, it's lip knife to cut extra of the shoe sole. When you attach the shoe sole, it's one of the ways to construct shoe sole when it's larger than the shoe last bottom. Okay, this curved blade to not cut with this edge of the knife the upper surface, to not scratch the upper surface. There are, you see, I have few of them, but this is not it. There are a lot of other different knives with different shapes. But I actually don't use all of these knives. I use the only one, this excellent shoemaking knife with curved blade. Why we have this curved blade? Because of this curved blade, while holding this knife, it allows me to skive with different thickness. If I want to skive a big amount of leather, I will place it more closer to the surface with a lower angle. If you want to skive less, I can keep it like this. And all this manipulation is possible because of this curved blade. So where we use this shoemaking knife? Actually, in most of the steps. We can cut with this knife, for example, thick leather soles. We skive with this knife. Skiving is a process when we make the edge of the leather thinner. We use it to fold upper, to attach two pieces of the upper or lining. It's a very important step to have beautiful and accurate uppers. Because of this blade, we have a control and we can skive how much we want, and it depends on the seam allowance, the type of the seam that we have on certain place in the upper. So we skive uppers and lining. We also use this knife to skive the edges of the upper to make them thinner. In making shoe soles, for example, welted construction, okay? To cut welt and sole together, we will use this knife. To create leather stacked heels, when making leather stacked heels, we attach all layers to the shoeless bottom. This is one of the approaches to create heels. There is another one, alternative way to make heels, and I explain it in my courses. With traditional way of building, we attach layers of layer heels, and each layer we cut with a knife because we attach a little bit bigger pieces of each layer, and then extra of this knife of this layer we cut using this knife. Also, if you work, for example, if you want to build wedge heel from curve or from everfold like this one, we also cut extra using knife. And then we work with another tool, and I will talk about this tool in a few minutes. So this is one of the most useful tools in making shoes, and among all the knives that exist. I prefer this one with a curved blade, and I have it in my toolkit. Okay. Next tool that you must have is Shoemaking rasp. This one. It has one surface that is straight, and second surface is rounded shaped surface with two different abrasive sides. With this side you can cut more material. With this more gentle side of the rasp you will cut less material. Where we use this rasp? In many steps of making shoes. For example, after we will attach to the shoe last bottom cork or piece of leather, we want to create beautiful and smooth surface of the shoe last bottom to create comfortable and beautiful shoe sole. So with the rasp, we will make the surface with nice smooth appearance. Okay, using this rasp we will sand it. In making heels, if it from wood, for example, or from leather, layers of vegetable tan leather, before we will move on to shape it with beautiful and nice surface, working with sandpaper. Before this, we will work a lot with the rasp to create here nice, straight and smooth surface. If you will make your heels from wood, for example, like we did in my moccasin course or T-strap pumps, working with this rasp, we can shape our wood and make beautiful shape of heels made from wood. If you work with cork, for example, if you build your wedge cork like we did in my wedge cork sandals, we also work with this rasp a lot. And in the while we have this curved side of the rasp, we need it when we work on the curved sides of our shoe last. For example, in this place. So I can't use the straight side because I will not be able to follow this curved shape. So that's why we have this curved side of the rasp to work on the curved parts of our shoe, in any part, in heels, in a platform made of cork or of foam. Also we can send here or heels or shoe last bottom. We need these two sides, the straight one and the rounded one. Okay. Also in making insoles, to smooth the edge, this insole out of leather or out of cardboard, we work with this rasp to make the surface, the edge of the insole smooth and accurate. Next tool, without which you can't make your shoes, literally, is this tool, pincers. Also, there are different types of pincers. I work with this one, and I have this tool in my Shoemaking Tools kit, and it has the width of the jaw is about 1 centimeter, maybe 8 millimeters, and it has this hammer side. How we work with it and where we need to work with it. Mostly we use pincers during lasting. What does it mean lasting? Lasting is a step of shoemaking where we place our upper on the shoe last, and then we close all the edges and attach them to the insole. Okay? So without this tool we can't make this step. With this jaw we pull the upper and lining, pull, and then we place it to the insole and place here nail and this part of our pincer. We place holes inside of the insole, okay, to keep our upper and lining in the right place. Okay, so this is how we'll last working with this tool. Without this tool, it's impossible to last professionally your shoes, okay? Especially if you work with pointed tool, shoe last. In this place where you have pointed tool, you will have a lot of folds. So to create beautiful shoes without these folds, you will need to have this professional tool where you will pull each fold, and you will close it like this around the toe, and will have nice and accurate upper. Okay, so this is the tool that you work with, and this part we use to place nails. So it's very comfortable because you don't need to pull it and then to work with the hammer to place the nails. That's why we have this part of the pincers to hold the nails, to place the nails without leaving this tool. Okay. Next tool is this shoemaking hammer that I also offer in my Shoemaking Tools kit. This is French pattern hammer, where this part of the hammer and the edge of the handle lay on one straight line. We need this type of the hammer if we work on our laps without any other tool that will help us to last our shoes. So this hammer we use also a lot. After we lasted our shoes, we want to create beautiful shape. So with this hammer, we will work on this part of our heel to create nice curved surface, especially if you used here leather stiffeners. Stiffeners, these are inner parts of our shoes, which you place in the heel and in the toe. Okay, and these elements hold the shape of the shoe last and protect our feet. So to create nice and rounded surface in this part of our shoe, we will work with hammer after we will finish lasting. Okay, we will work nicely around entire shoe last, and every place where we lasted, we will work with the hammer to flatten everything, to have beautiful, nice, curved shape. Okay, also to flatten the folds that we will have here. We will work with this side of the hammer. Between the nails, we will work like this. You remember when I talked about the pincers, I told that we will last and we will place nails. So in the tiny place between nails and the edge of the shoelace bottom, to flatten this place, especially if you have pointed tool, with this side of the hammer, we will work here on all these places. In shoemaking, we use both sides of this hammer, this one and this one. We use it not only in lasting. To build heels, for example, from vegetable tan leather stacked heels, to create good heels with a good attachment between layers, we will work with this hammer with this side. First, we will work like this, and then we will shape it with the rasp. Also, to attach the shoe sole, we will work with the hammer to attach it well. And then with this handle, we will flatten it even more like this to attach our shoe sole well to the shoe last button. Also, if you don't have special hammer for the folding, there is special hammer. You can use this hammer, this side of the hammer, to fold the upper. Okay, so we will fold like this, and we will attach it with the glue. And with this side of the hammer, we can use it and fold excellent our upper. Okay, so you need to have one hammer, this one, and use it in many steps. Another tool that we use in making shoes, and I have this tool in my Shoemaking Tools kit, this silver pen. It may have different appearance, like this one or like this one. What is important is that it must be silver pen, okay? Where we use it? When we cut our uppers, we will have on the pattern many important points, lines that will help us to assemble all parts together. Okay, for example, if I will want to assemble here, I will need to have a mark. So that's why we have opening on the shoe patterns to enter silver pen and make a mark. For example, I will have here underline. So I need to know where will be this part of the leather to which I will attach this one. So following this line, I will know how to attach it. Okay? If I will have some center line, center point, I will have it marked with silver pen, and following this mark, I will know how to assemble different parts. And then, to erase the silver pen, if you have it visible in some places, with the piece of rubber, we can erase it. And that's it. Okay, so this pen is very important in assembling and sewing of our leather parts of the shoe. Next shoemaking tool is this tape for shoemaking. It has English system of measurements, inches, and metric system of measurements, centimeters. Okay, where we use it? We use it to measure our shoe last, to know what is the parameters of our shoe last, and then, for example, if you want to customize your shoe last, you will need also to measure your feet, and then compare your feet parameters with the shoe last parameters. And with this tape, you will measure your feet, you will measure your shoe last, and then you will know where you need to customize your shoe last, like we did, for example, in my bespoke derby shoes. And we made this shoe last following my feet measurements. Also, during pattern making, during applying design of our shoe, we should follow the rules of construction, certain rules of constructions that belongs to specific shoe types. For example, if you want to create simple classic flat-bodied shoes, you will need to know where is this opening, where will go the line, the throat line. It's very important. And by measuring this distance using this step, you will know where it is. Also, to find the joint line, the middle of the joint line, to know where your critical point. So this tape is the first tool that you will work with starting making your shoes. On the shoe last, you will measure certain lines, certain places. You will measure the length of your shoe last to know if this shoe last fits to your feet. Okay, so it's very important tool to create comfortable shoes following the special rules of constructions that belongs to the type that you want to create. Another basic tool that you must have, this simple straight awl. I don't have it in my tools kit because it's very easy to buy in any store, okay? But you should have it. During pattern making, during cutting your leather uppers, we use this tool a lot to mark points, to move our pattern in order to rotate it and create a different line on the pattern. So we need to have this tool, and you can buy it in your local store. So all these tools that I demonstrated today in this shoemaking post are your primary tools that you need to have as a beginner to start making your shoes. You don't need to search for any other fancy shoemaking tools. It's enough to have these basic tools to start making your shoes today. Okay? So what we have? We have shoemaking hammer, rasp, pincers, shoemaking knife, silver pen, shoemaking tape. All these tools you need to have to start making your shoes. And in the next podcast, to complete the full picture so you will understand what you need to have, not only the tools but materials, in the next episode of my Shoemaking podcast, I will talk about basic materials that you need to have to start making your shoes. And all these materials I also have in my Shoemaking tools kit. That's it. If you have questions, you're welcome to comment below this video. And see you in the next Shoemaking podcast. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.